Therefore, hence therein. There are many various different reasons that one could infer about the way things are. But when I take a look, I tend to think that there are many ways things could be the way it is. For example, when they began to do it back in the beginning, it led them to think about such things differently, thus leading them to a place they thought they would go. Therefore, what we can take from the plot of this is that sometimes the way things go can be hard. They don't think it be like it is. But it do. However, as we reflect on the example of it all, often I can't help but think, how would things be different if they hadn't turned out the way that they did? Firstly, there are various reasons why one would choose not to go the direction that the story ended up going. Secondly, sometimes it'd matter when we had chosen the way we had to go. Lastly, some might say that we never will be like the ways that they portrayed themselves in various forms. Think about it. What was the one that really did it for you? Just really, God, it's so good that you couldn't help but ask yourself, by golly, where was a whole lot of this for me, huh? Listen, all I'm saying is that it can't always manifest in the way that often is the best way, but really is a bad way. So many people will say something like, oh, this is why every time it always happens the way it oughta, or, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, the real answer to the question is blah, 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 blah. Those ones are preposterous. Instead, find your inner self and take it out. Think about it. And once you feel like you've come to a place where you can say, hey, this wasn't so bad, this is how you'll know that the circumstances that had been there, there's nothing more you can do. But think about it in a manner that allows you to get to be okay with it. However, if one were to consider how might we all do better, in regards to what has already been previously mentioned, we might find that all things that come are henceforth here. Yet how might things have been when considering the possibility that what is here now might never have come? But what is here is always here, therefore, what might be should already be foreshadowed in not only what has been, but also what is currently. In this, we can summate that we may always find what we are looking for, and all things that we have been, are, and will be. Who we are is portrayed in our characters, is solidified by how things may or may not have occurred. For instance, when addressing the first actions, which can be seen throughout, we see that they are there, and not only are they there, but they are present. And this presentness of said actions is clearly evidence of being indicative and therefore telling of said future actions that we can see them doing as portrayed by them. However, in counter to them, we find the second actions opposing what we may have thought that they would have done, in the possible case that they would not do such things. Yet as we find their actions to be when we might have thought them to be not, we find that some things are not what they seem.